Hey, this is Motel Granny Great. I got a lot of stuff recorded, so I just want to walk through like one quarter of some things to try to get ready to get rid of things. But this is the national championship game. Who are we playing? Let me see. Um, I don't even know yet. Who are we playing? Okay, Wisconsin. Some of this stuff, as you go for a while, you tend to just forget. But Wisconsin got on their white jerseys with red pants, white helmets with the red W on the side, wearing black cleats. We got on our burnt orange jerseys, white helmets with the orange, burnt orange um, horns on the side with the white pants and the black cleats. And so we start off kicking off. And I see that we're ranked number 4, they're ranked number 7, they're 12 and 3, we're 13 and 2. And the kickoff is to Wisconsin number 10, spins after returning the football to, it looks like, the 15-yard line. Well, Wisconsin will start there. I want to say something interesting. I woke up this morning to the bed shaking. Felt like it was some type of an earthquake tremor. So shout out to God for God doing God's work. This is a Motel Granite presentation. And here we go. We got an unbalanced formation for play action with Wisconsin. The throw down the middle, and he squeezes a football outside of the right hashes up to the 35-yard line. So it's 1st and 10. They're going to hurry up. We got a 2-by-2 look, a bunch to the right. Quarterback with a long signal inside, play action again, throws it deep down the field and it's picked off. He fired one over the middle, and Rawlings Benton stabbed this football right out of the sky near midfield. So there goes that. And we are in business. It's funny, I do not remember that play. I don't remember it. That's senior cornerback ran across and picked that football off. Yeah, that actually slips my memory. That's interesting. A lot of games played, a lot of trying to escape reality by playing games, so it's fun. Inside give to Clark. He bounces it to the right, goes forward, and picks up 8 yards. That's my bread and butter play, double T2. And it's an inside trap action. Trusted trap is what the double T's is for. Now we're going to run stretch. We got a double tight look, which is my base formation. We're running. Oh, we ran the counter action, and our guard got destroyed by Tui Halamaka. And he pushed. Man, that was really impressive. So now it's 3rd and 5. We're going to 2-by-2 look, inside give the trap, and they stuff it. So now it's 4th and 5. So we got a pick on them, and they actually stopped us. So now we have ourselves a defensive battle as of right now. Number 10, the punt returner, waved a fair catch, allowed the football to go over his head, and it bounced into the end zone. So we're a minute and a half in, 0-0 for the national championship. Number 7 is the quarterback for Wisconsin. They come out with a running back flank to his left. The inside give, our backer stopped it. They were going to hurry up, so it's 2nd and 12. They tried to run some kind of stretch action to the right, and our middle linebacker field, number 1, Adami. Now the pass is thrown, a crossing route for the tight end. It's complete, and he's up to the 28-yard line. So it's 3rd and 1, and they're moving fast. It's a trips right with a tight end attached. Running back to the left, back to throw, 2 deep safety. Throws to the running back out the backfield. He makes a catch and has the 1st down yardage, just enough for the first. It looked like we were in zone coverage, chasing behind open people. So now Wisconsin is on the move again with 12 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. In the only quarter that I'm going to do if I can get it done. They ran counter action, both guards and tackle wrapped. I don't remember this game. This is very interesting to see. They're going quick, and they threw it to number 10, who was the punt returner, kickoff return guy, and he makes a catch for 4 yards on a seam out, slot out. So now we got trips to the right again. Long count, running back goes in motion behind him to his left. Back to throw, he fires down the sideline. The pass is complete. That's the number 9, who the guy, Rollins Benton, took it from before. This time he made the catch. They're across midfield to the 42-yard line. Trips to the right again, same formation. Quarterback making changes. Now the running back runs to his right in motion. Throws the out route, a crossing route by number 10, and the pass was broken up, almost picked again. So he's flirting with danger. I don't know what he was thinking about going after Rollins Benton. And that wasn't Rollins Benton, that was number 23, our short cornerback, who I love. Here we go, a quick screen. The pass is thrown, 27, Mack came up, broke down fundamentally, and made the stop. So it's 3rd and 8. That's what they call an extended run when you throw a screen pass. It's to the left. So we got trips right this time. The tight end is not attached, so it's a spread. Quarterback one-hands it with the right hand. He's rolling, he's under pressure, and he is sacked back at his own 45-yard line. So that makes it 4th and 22 with 11 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first quarter, and the only quarter that I'm going to do, and we have no score. This will be our second time getting the football if nothing goes wrong with this punt process. So there's the punt. Punt goes out of bounds, and we'll start at our own 27 this time with 11 minutes to go in this first quarter. Trey Owens is our quarterback. Sergio Gouveia is our tailback, the big tailback. We run a stretch to the left. He is loose in the secondary to the 40-yard line, dragging the cornerback and the safety with him for 2 extra yards to the 42. Sergio Gouveia, the junior. So this was a few years ago. The game is fun. It's don't mean any harm. Not trying to make women talk negative about me for playing a video game at my age. It's just, in things in life, you just choose your path and what you want to do. So now we got I formation. And here's the give to Gouveia from the I formation, and he plugs forward for 4 yards. So he makes it 2nd and 6 from our own 46-yard line. We got trips left. I usually try to throw it out to the right. It doesn't look like it's there, so I'm going to throw a seam route to the tight end number 1 on the left here. He's going to run a deep sit. Oh, he ran an out route. I thought that it looked like the seam was open. That's normally what I run. But this time I checked it down to an out route for my tight end O'Malley. O'Malley. Auto Sports. That's a shameless plug, but y'all can see me in the check in my Cash App. Here we go. We got affirmation again. The give is to Gouveia, who pushes through, bullies some defenders, and crosses the midfield mark all the way down to the 41. So now it's 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Gouveia, as you can see, his number is 4 carries, 24 yards, and his long was 14, which may have been this one. Looked like it got good to me. Are we going to run it a third time? I formation. The give is to Gouveia, pounding him up the gut. 2nd and 5 with 9 minutes left. You can look at that list up there. We got 3 runners who are in the top. It's, I don't know. Maybe it's the game. I think it's the game. I think it's maybe it lacks competitiveness at a certain point. You know, I coach, so I start to look for other things to be motivated by, like trying to read defenses better, trying to master the run game, you know, trying to think about what routes would be best to throw to receivers. Because I'm a real coach, you know. I'm trying to get back into coaching football. I coach basketball now, middle school basketball, where we're the defending 2-time champions. So now we got trips, and we got an out route. There's a throw and the pass is complete, and we are almost in the red zone. That's Fred Bryant, right? The tight end, a sophomore, made the catch. Tight end. I had tight ends playing wide receiver on this year. So it's 8 minutes left in the first quarter. We have no score, which is surprising because normally I could have 3 touchdowns by now. So we're going 2-by-2 look, trap action. You know what, number 95, I never paid attention to. Tui Halalamaka. That's Tavita. He's a man, a real force. He's a junior from Michigan. Shout out to Michigan. We just got a defensive tackle for the Cleveland Browns from Michigan. Shout out to my Cleveland Browns. We run a stretch to the left. Here we go. Gouveia down the line. Bang. The tight end got the block. He cut inside of it and picked up an additional 8 yards to make it 3rd and 1. Bang. Look at that cut. Put his foot in the turf on the left and got upfield. Got the 255 pounds rolling downhill. 7 minutes left. No score. This is going to be ISO again to Gouveia. Bang. He gives it to Gouveia. He pushed forward. Actually, the defensive end, looking 93, is shaking his head because he gave Gouveia a shot to get the 255 pounds rolling forward to pick up the first. Now we're well inside of the red zone. You probably won't see a pass down here unless I run middle screen, which is safe but not really safe. A lot of bad things can happen passing the football when, like peanut butter being packed on top of bread. The defense is pile inside, and cover a lot more territory. As you know, that's Gouveia again. 8 carries, 45 yards as he smushes forward for 3 to push the ball to the 8. So now it's 2nd and 7 from the 8-yard line. We're threatening to score. We got the base formation. We're going to run stretch. This time we got Clark in. We're going right. Now we're going left. Here we go. We run a stretch. We got it tagged on the outside and he scores. Once I saw my defensive end, get cut off, Clark just dove underneath him, and walked in for a touchdown. So this is our first 6 points. Shout out to my Cleveland Cavaliers who had the best record in the NBA this year. One time was 15-0, one of our best stars ever, probably. Shout out to LeBron James for his contribution for my Cleveland Cavs. And we're in this, what we destroyed in the Miami Heat, it didn't help us much as we're now getting things handed to us by the Indiana Pacers. Shout out to Mike Epps and his Pacers. I'm sure he's somewhere talking a lot. But we tied it. We actually brought it to 2-1. They won 2 games in Cleveland, and we won last night in Indiana. We had 3 guys out for our 2 losses. Those 3 guys returned, and we got back to normalcy with a blowout. So back to the game. Number 10 received the kickoff, and he moves it to the 6-yard line where he stopped. So he's backed up. Probably should have got a fair catch going. Decided to run it. We're running a blitz. And they throw a quick out, and he turns upfield across the 30 to the 35-yard line. Number 9 runs the out route. We had a blitz going, and it was a quick attack, and they got us. And they're going to hurry up again. Trips left with a tight end attached in a H-back position. We're actually in quarters now. A quarters look. The quarterback back to throw. He's under pressure, and he fires it out of bounds. The pressure came up the middle. I thought he was going to run. Number 7, he's not Michael Vick, but he had a chance to run, and he didn't take off. We got a tight end attached. Here we go. We're running. Play action. Crossing routes. Deep crossing route. Number 4 got it, and he's gone. We're tied up. He came from the left side. Ran a deep crossing route. And the quarterback floated the football in the air. Safety's nowhere to be found. Jeremy Johnson, the sophomore. Ball was thrown. Safeties was underneath it. And he caught it. And he was gone. So this is the national championship game. And with 5 minutes left, we're sitting on 7-7. Starting off pretty competitive, but the war of attrition, time goes along. I know the AI is smart, and I really don't know what is happening. I think it's a lot of gamers who may think they're doing something outstanding until you get into these series. And maybe that first is competitive and seem like it's difficult, and you're having some challenges. But once it seems like you figure things out, it's almost like the game folds and allows you to be successful. So we got Stretch running to the right, Gouveia up the gut. Now, modern day football that I play now, this is probably about 3 or 4 seasons ago for me. But now I have like a running back by committee deal. And this is interesting to see that I got Gouveia just carrying the load for the most part the whole way. I don't usually do that. I now have different runners in different positions for different formations. All right, we're going power again. Here we go, bang. The delay action, spin move by Gouveia, bounces off of a defender and does a shoulder pad bump with a cornerback and falls down there. But he's close to a first down, so it's 3rd and 4. Good run by Gouveia. Not a great tackle, not a great connection, but he's 10 for 51 with his long still being at 14 yards. Cook is off. We got 2-by-2 look to give. Is in the trap action. It stopped. So now it's 4th and 4. This is pretty cool. This is exciting stuff now. They're hanging in there. So number 10 sits up underneath and makes a catch up across the 40 to the 41-yard line where he's tackled on the left hash. So it'll be 1st and 10. Number 10 has been pretty active so far. There's a receiver to the left on the slot that ran the deep in route for the touchdown. He's running the shallow crossing now. They got running back coming out the backfield. He gains 11 yards. And he's across midfield to the 48. And once again, they're going to hurry up. Tight end attached in the H-back formation to the right. Trips. Inside give off with a crossbow action. He tries to shield off our defensive tackle, and he does for 3 yards. Safety moves over to the hash. Now we got a tight end, the wide out, number 9, now runs across, and he is to the 35-yard line, and he's tackled. 1st and 10. They're going quick. Tight end attached to the left in the H formation. We got a double team on the left, which didn't matter because we was running pressure up the gut. And so now it's 2nd and 12. And the offense flops formation from left to right. The give is up the gut to number 22. And he pierces through the defense for a couple of yards. And now it's 3rd and 10. Let's see what happens. 7-7 with 2.5 minutes to go. Back to throw, fires, The ball was tipped by a middle linebacker and floated and fumbled to the ground, and that was that. So now they're out to kick the field goal. Kicks it, and it's good. And this is really exciting. I had no idea. I do not recall. I sound like a guy accused by a woman of being with another woman. I have no recollection. Wisconsin is now up 10-7, and that's making this interesting. I don't know how much tape I got, but Chris Jones is back. His name was Gammon on this. Change it to Chris Jones, number 2, in the future. Shout out to my brother who transcended. Okay, Gouveia up the gut, bounces to his left, drags a defender for 7 yards. So we're down 10-7. Should I keep going if the tape is going? Well, let's go into the tape pop, or either, that's a Biggie line, I think. So we run Clark up the gut for the first down. Let's see what happened. Now I'm somewhat interested and intrigued. It's usually very boring to just walk all over teams, no matter what. So I have a buddy who tells me, why don't you just get online and really get your behind beat and face some competition? Well, one of the purposes of being a gamer for me is to avoid people. And it's not the fear of them, it's just the disappointment and their lack of accountability when they lose, when they face trauma. And if they do fall behind, they click and cut the games off. And some of them don't work, don't go to school, or if they do go to school, when they get out of school, they probably have a mother who's working her behind off to pay all of the bills. So he gets to sit home and run the electricity up and eat all the food, ask his grandmother to make him something to eat while he's constantly gaming. And they cheat too. They have cheat codes. They learn all kind of stuff, and that's not fun either. See people running the same plays. I've seen Cam Newton play a couple of times, and some games that were interesting that he played online. So I enjoyed watching him play against other celebrity people, as well as some what we call common folk, or cool folk, special folk, in a positive way. And some games that go down to the wire, so that's fun to see. So now I got I formation. I'm working on my own playbook. My 7 Heaven is just 7 plays for the most part, but there's an expansion on the way those 7 plays go. 3 run, 4 pass, and now I'm interested in letting the first quarter run out. So we're behind. I'll keep going. I was going to just shut it off at the first if I was up 21-0, but it's not shaping out that way. So maybe y'all want to see a little bit more, and let's see what happens. Start the second quarter. I don't ever recall being behind. This is totally interesting to me. I do sound like a person trying not to go to jail. I don't remember the situation or none of that. And even if I'm guilty because I played this. I just don't remember it. So the mind is an interesting thing, right? Depending on what you got on it. So 14 minutes, we're just now starting the second quarter if you just joined us, or you tuned out and you just tuned back in. Surprise for those that watch. I'm losing 10-7 to Wisconsin in the national championship game. Now I'm throwing out routes like crazy. Big wide receiver. We're already on the 36-yard line. Parker Livingston, 2 catches. I run a lot of out routes when I see the cornerbacks is off. Pushback, so I'm going to run an out route to the left this time. See that cornerback is dug deep, almost near the end zone. Here comes bang. Number 82, he's out. Pass is on, complete, and we're on the move. I think falling behind is almost like suffocating. Like I'm struggling with breathing right now because I'm clogged up. and it makes an emergency situation. Gouveia stuffed in the backfield for a loss. You don't see that much. Tony McMillan, the right end. So Wisconsin, let me say this. They got a stout defensive line. Number 95 and now 97. No wonder we're behind. 7 points in the second quarter? That's unheard of for me. There's out route again to Parker. Parker Livingstone. 3rd and 3 is a lanky, large receiver. Looking like the young man from the Kansas City Chiefs back in like 66, I think it was. Number 88, I forgot his name. If you guys are football buffs like me, but got a memory lapse, and you happen to remember that part of history, send it to me. It was in Super Bowl 1. No. Yes. No. Super Bowl 1 was Green Bay and Kansas City. Correct. Super Bowl 1. And number 88 was his number. Reminds me of, Parker Livingstone reminds me of him. 2x2 look, here we go. Inside trap, double T. And it's stuff, but we got the first down. Developing my offensive playbook to get back into coaching and just have fun with it. Got trips right. They got